guys, welcome back to another episode of Elnea Kingdom, bringing you another teaching. So, apparently the 7th teaching I've already covered, so I'm going to school. Anyways, Roberto, let's see what you said, or you say. And also, I saw something really cool in the Harvest Festival things for the kids. So, if you trade in as a kid for certain things, you get, let's see here, let me turn that up and show you. If you go and trade, you can get a Mille tart in exchange for the design on that palm fruit, and in Mose, I don't even know, for mermaid picture book, and a Fomos doll for a tarte de Fomos, so during the Harvest Festival for the kids, so that's something new. And I also might as well cover the new waterfall interaction. So apparently it actually is something different for the waterfall interaction, and here I didn't think it was anything new, but I guess it is. But first things first, let's get to this teaching, the 8th teaching I'm going to be covering, because I already covered my 7th teaching. If you want to see my 7th teaching, you can find it in the Imperial Night First teaching. That's where you'll find the 7th teaching, if you're wondering about that. So let's go with, no, not that one. Bizarre. Yeah, we'll go with Bizarre. What are you doing? Liberto. Shoo. Oh, thank goodness. Now I can attend class for the 8th. It's gonna start. Uh-oh, Donald, what's wrong? Just waiting for class to start. Where's the teaching? It should be coming. This is the 8th teaching. Come on. Oh, and just to mention, the 13th and the 19th teaching, those are also not going to be done by me, except for White Knight being exceptions due to it being White Knight teaching for the kids. So, which next year is going to be White Knight. So you'll get to see another White Knight. So hope you're looking forward to that. But yeah, if you want to see the 13th and the 19th teaching for the kids, you see the 2nd and the 3rd Imperial Night teaching that I already covered. So there you go. Let's get on to it. 8th teaching, here we come. It's good to see so many happy faces. Now I'll begin today's lesson. Today I'll be talking to you about the Shizni faith, the religion followed in this kingdom. Shizni is the name of the god who appeared upon the creation of kingdoms around the world and guided the people to prosperity. The religion was inspired by the parables that Shizni told the people, which the people began to live by. Our kingdom was created and led to prosperity under the guidance of Shizni. Even after Shizni returned to the sky, the god watched over us and ensured that we were on the right path. The legends told by Shizni have been published into a book and can be read at the library. So yeah, you can find that book in the library. Did you understand all that? And that's about it, guys. So you'll get to see more, and we'll see what else I cover. Okay, guys, I managed to actually get the interaction to go out somewhere. Let's go to the waterfall and have that interaction then. The unique one. So it looks like Celine's gonna be our little puppet for today. I'm just kidding, but whatever. She's gonna help out in this. But yeah, new waterfall interaction, which I didn't think was new, but it actually was. So there we go. Almost there to the waterfall. Alright, new waterfall interaction. Here we are. Mom, the waterfall is really loud. Waterfall really is impressive when you see it up close. That's a lot of water. I wonder if it'll ever run out. The waterfall is so nice and cool. The water stays cold here even during summer. I bet I'd feel really nice to swim, I bet it'd feel really nice to swim in there. You can't do that. This is everyone's drinking water. Not even for a teeny tiny bit? Would you like it if someone swam in your drinking water? I guess not. Why don't we stop by the Bathius bathhouse for a dip next time? Okay. Then he looks towards the waterfall. I really like the waterfall interaction. That was really cool. But yeah, that was the waterfall interaction. Hello. Now on to the next teaching. This is actually the 8th teaching, not the 8th in the previous one. So the one that you hear before this one is actually the 7th. And apparently the 6th, which I've already covered, which is the first Imperial Night teaching, that's what it is. And I'll show you which ones are going to be the 2nd and the 3rd Imperial teaching that I'm going to cover. Or not cover, but I've already covered, and I'll show you. So, because since I've already done them, I'm not going to be covering them. But anyways, let's get to the 8th teaching, which is not anything to do with the Imperial Knights. This is still going, okay, good. And I've been constantly watching with Caitlin, Bryony, and Raoul, since both Bryony and Raoul are pretty old, and I'm worried they're gonna die at some point, hoping not. And Caitlin, I'm just wondering when she's gonna get married, so not sure if she's gonna continue the last name of Parker, or she's just gonna take on the husband's, soon to be husband's last name. Problem is, as a child, they don't really, I don't think, include you in weddings unless sometimes it does. I don't know. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It's surprised me sometimes where they don't allow you to go for, let's say, your brother's or sister's wedding, and somehow as a kid they don't allow you to go for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if I'm quite right on that, but sometimes I've had it where the game doesn't allow me to go. But let's get on to this 8th teaching then. Everyone is looking cheerful today, and now we'll begin today's lesson. As it is almost a summer solstice, that will be our topic today. It is said that the summer solstice is the one day on which the sun is at its highest point in the sky for that year. Using the day as a turning point, we can see that summer gradually draws to a close as winter approaches. In the same way, the day on which the sun is at its lowest point in the sky is referred to as the winter solstice. Hence, the winter solstice represents the closing of winter as summer approaches. Solstices can be considered the turning points of the seasons. Did you understand all of that? Yes. And that was it for the 8th teaching. And I might as well cover what comes after this, so I don't care. I already have my homework prepared and ready, so I'm all good there. Alright. So might as well show you what the 2nd and 3rd Imperial Night teachings are, which I already covered, so... And maybe even the first. So, the one I didn't cover, which is on the 9th, you can see here, that was already covered with Bryony's first Imperial Night teaching. So if you look back on the first Imperial Night teaching, that's what it is on the 9th. So I've already covered that. And I'm not really going by 9th, I'm going by the times that they're teaching. So I start on the 1st by the 2nd, you can see here. And then onward. So, but the 6th teaching, which is the, of course, first Imperial Night, you'll find that first Imperial Night. And let's see here. So it goes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12th teaching, actually not 13th, is going to be 2nd Imperial Night teaching, and then the final one, which is by lower down from what I said recently, which was, I think, 19? Hold on, I need to be sure of this. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so it's 18th teaching. That's also done by, or already done by the Imperial Knights, and that's going to be the 18th teaching. So, first Imperial Night teaching is the 6th teaching within the school, and then 2nd is going to be the 12th one for the teachings in the school, and then 18th one also done by the Imperial Knights. So yeah, just wanted to tell you guys that. And I'll show more for you guys. Hello guys, and this is the 9th teaching. So you guys will find out what the 9th teaching, or not 9th, I'm having a hard time. Oh wait, I said it right. Okay, but yeah, that teaching. This is number 9 teaching. Look who's here, Annabella Fraser. And class will begin. All right. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Have you all brought a Sarai flower? Oh, yes, I have. I've got it. To the people who haven't, please try harder next week. Well, I did it, so there's my homework done. And now I'll begin today's lesson. Today I'll be discussing the association to which I belong, which is the Galpin Scholars Association. The Scholars Association studies lost technology and magic by examining old ruins. We then see if they can be of any use to the citizens. The knowledge of old-fashioned magic, which required preparation or incantations, that was made into easy-to-use cartridges, and various other medicines and dyes, was rediscovered thanks to the research of the Scholars Association. To the students who hold an interest in magic and the culture of a lost age, please work together with us. Did you understand all that? And that was number 9 teaching, so I will cover more teachings in more of this episode. Hello guys. So apparently I decided I wanted to cover a few things. So like first I want to cover that during this event that's going on, Fertas Blessing, there's some certain things I ran into that I liked. Like you can see it here. It's called the nightwear, which is all white, and I like it for both the female and the male ones. And then there's the loungewear, which I think the female one looks good. The male one, not so much. I don't really care for any of the kids stuff either, nor the milk churn or the fine citizens clothing. I don't care for any of those. But the other things I've seen though look pretty cool, and I'm actually working towards them right now. And there's one more thing as well that I saw that was something to maybe cover as well. Like, I saw that now they have a label for certain foods. Like, now they have a new label for the sandwiches. Now it's considered a lunch. So what are they? So that's what's considered a lunch item, lunch item, lunch item. What about these? Lunch. Oh, like these ones don't have lunch on them. So that's interesting. So they're not labeled as lunch, but there are other ones that are considered lunch, so that's really unique. I never thought that was a thing. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, and I'll cover the 10th teaching right after this. Okay, guys, this is the 10th teaching, so let's get on to the 10th teaching then. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. It is great to see so many eager faces, and now I will begin today's lesson. Today I will be discussing the unit to which I belong, the Doorway Mountain Corps. Mountain Corps is an organization which mines the various minerals, iron and steel, at Mount Dorme and uses them to create various goods. Our ancestors, the Nolam, were Titans who supposedly constructed Elnea Castle in one night during the Great War. Even though we have now shrunk to a normal size, our people still possess the spirit of the Titans, while making useful goods. We train daily so that in the event of another invasion attempt, we are fully prepared. Did you understand all of that? Yes. Tomorrow, the farming representative will be giving a speech on the farming society. And that will cover it. The 10th. Okay, guys, the 11th teaching. Let's get on to the 11th teaching. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Everyone seems eager and willing to learn. And now I'll begin today's lesson. Today I'll be discussing the association which I am part of, the Farming Society. The Farming Society oversees the ranches, the cheese factory, and the orchard, which are community property. We also manage the seeds and harvest of wheat. It can be boring, difficult work, but it is a necessity for any kingdom to run smoothly. Each year we award a prestigious title to our hard workers. So when you get older, make sure to work hard and please come and give work at the Farming Society a try. I don't know if I said any of that, but whatever. Did you all understand that? And that was the 11th teaching. So I'll be covering more of the teachings on the next one. And remember, I'm not going to be covering the 12th. Okay, guys, the 13th teaching. So let's get on to it. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. I'm glad to see you so excited for class. And now I'll begin today's lesson. Let's get started. Even though it's still warm, it's officially fall. In fall, you can catch bana from the river. Special bait is sold at the market. Bana have a lot of fat and are particularly delicious in the season. Also, you can pick cell fruit from the bushes in the wilderness. You can bake these into a tart or make pound cake with them. Either way, they are delicious. Fall is a season in which all foods taste better, so be careful not to overeat. Did you understand all that? Yes. And that is the 13th teaching, so I'll be covering more on the way. Okay, guys, the 14th teaching, so let's get to this one then. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Looking forward to class, are we? And now we'll begin today's lesson. Tomorrow is astral day, thus the sun will not come out. Let's talk about the sun god and the moon goddess. The sun god, named Sol, takes the form of the glistening phoenix and flies through the sky, providing us with light. Once a year, he descends to earth and meets the moon goddess Enna. At this time, Sol and Enna take on the appearance of children and live among us to observe. To you children, it is a day of fancy dress and asking for treats. However, to adults, it is an important day of being observed and satisfying the gods. Did you understand all that? And that's the 14th teaching. Okay, guys, teaching number 15. Come on, let's get to the teaching. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Have you all brought a light flower? To the people who haven't, please try harder next week. And now I will begin today's lesson. Today we will be discussing Old Town, where we scholars live. In the olden days of the Karnate Empire, it was a trade city with links to the capital city, hence it was very prosperous. Nowadays, the area around the castle is deemed to be the city center. However, many years ago, Old Town was seen as the center of activity. A magnificent stone bridge that was constructed during that era still stands to this day. It is now known as Emperor Karnat's Bridge. We at the Scholars Association are still using a citizens' hall built during that era as our headquarters. Like our building, there are various relics left behind from the Karnate Empire in Old Town. Did you understand all that? And that is our teaching number 15. Alright guys, teaching number 16. Everyone looks lively today, and now we'll begin today's lesson. Today I'll be talking about the village in which the Mountain Corps live on Mount Dorme, aptly named Mountain Corps Village. Our Titanic ancestors who fought in this land were particularly skilled at combat on mountainous terrain. They also worked as engineers to create a fortress and siege weapons from stone. After the battles, our people helped the people recover and practice blacksmithing at the mineral-rich Mount Dorme. Since long ago, they had close ties to the kingdom built on this hill and even helped to construct the town. After that, under the guidance of Shizni, we merged with the kingdom on this hill and the Scholars Association to become the Elnea Kingdom. Did you understand all that? And that is teaching number 16. Okay, guys, teaching number 17. Oh, oops. Sorry about that, guys, but you got to read that. Hopefully. Even though it's technically the first day of winter day, it feels pretty cold already. In winter, you can catch popago from the river. Special bait is available at the market. But if there's one thing to look forward to, it's the palm fruit, which was harvested yesterday. It'll be made into palm wine and juice for you to enjoy. The wine will be ready in spring, but unfortunately, you will have to wait patiently until you're adults to drink it. You can, however, look forward to freshly squeezed palm juice in winter. Everyone, please use that for toast. I mean, did you understand all that? And that is teaching number 7. Okay, guys, teaching number 19. Close to the final, which is number 20. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Everyone has their learning faces on today, and now we'll begin today's lesson. Yesterday, wheat seeds were sown throughout the kingdom. Did anyone here help? On the 5th of next year, we will be able to harvest a lot of wheat in order to make sure it's a good harvest. Please look after the wheat. The wheat will be made into bread, which is important to the kingdom. Every year on the 25th, each person is allotted a field to look after. Until then, we must leave the fields empty. So please refrain from planting anything unnecessary in the fields. Did you understand all that? And that is teaching number 19. Okay, guys, final normal year teaching number 20. So, final one for a normal year. Here it is. Hello, Professor. Yes, hello. Are you all ready to learn? And now I'll begin today's lesson. This will be the last class of the year, so let's talk about plans for next year. On the afternoon of the first of the new year, a coming-of-age ceremony is held for the seniors in the throne room. Because all of you seniors are almost ready to join the ranks of the adults, make good use of everything we have taught you and become great people. After that, the entrance ceremony for new students will be held in the evening. You are expected to set an example for the new students, so study hard next year. Did you understand all that? Yes. And of course, that will do for this normal year. And until, of course, Astral Day teachings. We'll see if the Astral Day, or not Astral Day teachings, blah. No, the White Knight teachings will be any different. I don't think, besides the 21st being a different teaching, is going to change, but I think everything else will stay the same for the teaching. So until then,